point B, which is a more expensive point, it might be that you're spending now $13,500, just made a number, to produce 100. And that point there, point B, which is the short term, that's inefficient in the short term. At point A, your price of labor over price of capital was exactly equal to those were equal. When a firm is successfully minimizing their costs, they set the prices they get from the marketplace, the prices they must face, they find their cost minimizing point where the value of a worker compared to the value of a unit of capital is exactly equal to the price of a worker compared to the price of capital. Or they set the slope of the isocost up to the slope of the isoquant. And so at point A, that was successfully done. That each one had a slope of 1, or minus 1. Each one had a slope of minus 1. But the problem at point B, in the short term, workers got really expensive and they couldn't adjust out of that combination right away. They were stuck with the workers they had, they were stuck with the capital they had. And so the point B, which is at $13,500, is more expensive than the point A. In the long run, they'll get to another efficient combination. They'll adjust. And they'll get to an efficient combination that is cheaper than at point B. What they'll do is workers have gotten more expensive now, they'll shift out of workers and into capital, and they'll shift the cost back until they get to a point that's tangent to the isoquant at point C. And point C might be whatever, $12,700 of cost, of variable cost to make their product. And so at point C, they adjust back to a new efficient allocation. Depending on how fast they can add machinery and get rid of workers, the faster they get to the long run, or to an adjustment. But then on this graph, measuring Q here and dollars here, there's an initial total revenue there's the total variable cost 1 with some point Q100 here. Short term, and this cost line at Q100 ends up costing $10,000. Then they move up to, they face more expensive workers. This red line corresponds to point B at Q100. This one corresponds to point A. And then in the long run, this line, when they can adjust out of workers and into machines, they end up at a slightly lower cost, right there. Point C would end up being this 100, at this much cost.